So here's what probably happened. You're in the market for a new 4-door performance car. You want something that's not only fast, but practical as well. You looked at the M6 Grand Coupe, but the rear-wheel drive makes it impossible to drive in inclement weather. You also looked at the Mercedes CLS 63 AMG, but you wanted something a little bit more modern, something with a little bit more poise. You need something that's the perfect combination of practicality, performance, and styling. You need the Audi RS7. I'm gonna first go over what you need to look for when shopping for your RS7 in terms of problems, specs, what you need to look for in terms of best resale, and then I'm gonna go over some ads that I found on Facebook, Craigslist, Auto Trader, Car Gurus, and eBay Motors. The RS7 first began production in 2014 and it featured an updated version of the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 found in the S6, the S7, and the S8. The RS7 has been gaining popularity in the US market because of how much it has depreciated in the past couple years. Some of these cars were nearing $150,000 when new, and now 5 or 6 years later they can be found for a third of the price. Even though these cars have depreciated in price, the performance they offer is still on par with modern cars today. 560 horsepower and 515 pound-feet of torque is nothing to slouch at. Think about it. You either have the option of buying a brand new Avalon TRD or a 5-year-old Audi RS7. When looking for your RS7, you need to decide whether you want a pre-facelift or a facelift model. Obviously, the facelift models are going to be more expensive, but the difference between the two is actually not as much as you think. The pre-facelift was offered from 2014 to 2015. The facelifted version was offered from 2016 and on. The pre-facelifted version is known as a C7, while the facelifted is known as a C7.5. The differences between the C7 and the C7.5 can be seen with the front and rear fascias, as both have different taillights, headlights, and grille design. The C7's engine is also slightly different than the C7.5's. The pre-facelift's compression ratio is actually slightly higher than the facelifted. This is because the facelifted version shares the same engine as the new S8, while the pre-facelifted version shares the same engine as the RS6 Avant found in Europe. Because the S8 is more tuned for comfort, it has a lower compression ratio than the RS6. There are many other differences between the C7 and C7.5 that have to do with the interior, but most importantly and most notably, the biggest difference is that the C7.5 comes standard with a flat bottom steering wheel, unless you have the cold weather package, which gives you a perforated leather heated steering wheel. The facelifted version also has an updated MMI as well as heads-up display as standard. These cars are new enough that they hold the standard of reliability that we expect from cars today, but the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 still has its own gremlin. The biggest problem across the board is the oil screens for the turbos. These are known to get clogged, causing the turbos to get starved of oil, which causes them to overheat and eventually grenading your engine. It is said that to avoid this, you need to find a car with a documented service history with oil change intervals less than 5,000 miles. This is very important because if your car's oil screens get clogged, the job to replace your turbos is over $10,000 at the dealership. Other issues include faulty PCV valve and air suspension problems, but these aren't as prevalent. When speccing out your RS7, it's very important to get the best spec you can possibly afford, because as these are high performance luxury sedans, they will continue to depreciate, and you need to get the best deal when it comes to resale. You need to get the Bang & Olufsen sound system. It's miles ahead of the Bose standard sound system and has the retractable tweeters, which give the car that extra wow factor when it comes to resale or just when showing it around to your friends. You need sport seats. These are the seats with the diamond stitch pattern. These are the seats that you always see in RS7s. You need these seats. The RS7 came with the sport seats and the comfort seats. The comfort seats are heated, cooled, and massaged, so that is why people get them. However, the sport seats are just heated. They're not as comfortable, obviously, but they look way better. And if you're getting an RS7, frankly, you need the sport seats. You also want to make sure that you know whether you're getting one with DRC, dynamic ride control, or air suspension. Air suspension is going to be the standard suspension option, and DRC is going to be the upgraded. If you have dynamic ride control, your car actually has coilovers, and it's like a diagonally opposed hydraulic dampening system that controls the wheels and links them diagonally, I believe. Ones with air suspension are going to be better dailies because they allow you to control the height and the firmness of your suspension. The DRC is going to be more sport oriented. You're going to be able to drive faster with the DRC. You're going to be able to take corners more level. However, air suspension would be something I would go for personally because of the customization. If you get an aftermarket controller, you can actually air out the car like it's on bags. I mean, it is on bags, but you know what I mean. You also want to get one with the driver's assistance package. This is going to come with adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist, two things that are very useful on long drives on the highway. Another plus is finding one with the innovation package. If you have a C7, the pre-facelifted version that doesn't come standard with HUD, heads-up display. If you get the innovation package, that comes with night vision and a heads-up display. You also want to make sure that you get the sport exhaust option. This allows you to control your exhaust valves, so you can have a loud exhaust or you can have a soft exhaust. It allows you to change it whenever you want. Another option you could get depending on where you live is the cold weather package. This includes a heated steering wheel with perforated leather and rear heated seats. One of the most expensive options, and probably the option that'll help the most with resale, is the carbon optics package. This gives you carbon fiber accents on the exterior as well as the interior. And finally, for my personal preference, you need to find one with a black Alcantara headliner, as this will give you the best RS7 experience. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. I need like as many likes as I can get on these videos so I can share it to the most amount of people, because I'm trying to get famous. All right, thanks. Moving over to Facebook, let's look at our first option. When shopping for your RS7, we typically want to stay under 50 grand here. We're trying to keep it at a third really of what we paid for originally. So 40 to 50 grand for a very nicely spec'd car would be the best bang for your buck. So first we have a first generation, first model year. I know I always say avoid the first model year, but for these newer cars, when you're getting in the last 5 years, we don't really know the problems, is what I'm trying to say. Like they're too new to know the problems. So you're kind of still good with getting a first model year, as these problems probably won't show for another couple of years. But here we have a 2014. They're asking 44.9 and it has 77,900 miles. This is a really good example of something you should look for. The mileage is a little high for something this new, but it is fully loaded. As you can see here, it is a prestige package, which includes almost every package. This has the dynamic package, the carbon optic package, the innovation package, driver's assistance package, cold weather package, the Bang & Olufsen sound system, carbon fiber mirrors. It has the black Alcantara headliner, the 21-inch wheels. I'm a big fan of these 21-inch wheels. It came as an option on the RS7. As one of the cheapest RS7s for sale right now, this is a very good spec one. As you can see, it has the sport seats with the piano black and aluminum trim. Very nicely optioned car. As you can see, the tweeters that pop out of the dash. Lots of good pictures, very nicely optioned, good price. This car is not gonna last long. This would be something I'd look at. They're asking 44.9. I'd probably offer 40 and see where I get from there. Probably settled around 42. 40 is what I'd offer. Very nice spec car. It could be a better color. The gray is a little monotone, a little bland, but gray on black is always going to be a standard spec for these Audis. Moving on, we got a 2015, again, gray car with the 21-inch wheels, but this one I believe has a gray interior. It's like a light cream gray interior with carbon fiber accents. Not a big fan of this interior color, but it is a nice two-tone. Doesn't have the Alcantara headliner. This doesn't have as many options as the other example, but it is a year newer. Around the same amount of 1,000 miles, 75,000 miles, but for 46 grand, 70,000 miles for 2015, this isn't too bad. I definitely offer somewhere around 43 though, just based on the spec. The spec isn't too bad. It has a nice sport seats, but it is a gray interior car. I'm not a fan of these gray interiors. And it just doesn't have as many options as some of the other cars available right now. Here we have a 2016. This is gonna be the facelifted version, okay? And that's why it's 54.4 instead of in the 40s. Low miles too, 53,000 miles for a gray car. Let's see what packages it has. So this is also a prestige package. It has a driver's assistant package, no night vision, but it does have a good amount of options that it is prestige package. As you can see, the new steering wheel comes with a flat bottom if you don't get the cold weather package. The cold weather package has a round steering wheel. Heads up display was also standard on the facelifted version. As you can see, this car has carbon fiber as the interior trim, sport seats as well. It's a pretty good spec car. It is a prestige package, has the nice 21-inch wheels, has a sport seats. I'm not too sure if this headliner is Alcantara. It kind of looks like it, but the picture isn't that great. Not too bad of a spec, not too bad of a spec. Gray on black car. They're asking 54 for a facelifted version. I definitely not pay 54. I'd offer 50 for this just because I'm trying to keep this under 50, and I believe that 50 would be a fair deal out the door for this. Ad is very nice, very comprehensive, has a lot of pictures. So it's a plus. But as we move out of our price range on Facebook, let's go over to Craigslist and see if they even have any ads for these. Craigslist hasn't had that many ads recently for anything I've been looking for, so hopefully they have something for the RS7. Okay, so I found an RS7 at a dealership. They're asking 59. It is a facelifted version, so does have more standard options, a little bit newer. 2016, 53,000 miles. This is a silver car. I do like this silver a lot, actually, especially with the black grille and the black inserts in the wheels. The silver with the machined aluminum or whatever, the machined material for the wheels just looks really nice. Flat bottom steering wheel, does not have cold weather package, has a driver assistance package, has the black piano veneer with aluminum accents for trim. Doesn't look like it has the Alcantara headliner, but it is a prestige package, so it's gonna have a lot of standard options. For 59 though, this is a little high for what it is. If I was gonna pay 59 or anything higher than 55 for one of these, it would have to have the dynamic ride control, which it doesn't. So for a standard air suspension car, 53,000 miles for 2016, I'd offer 55. But as we can see, that's the only RS7 on Craigslist right now. Let's head over to Auto Trader to see what other deals we can find on this car. Here we have one for 43.9 with 84,000 miles, a little bit high for one of these, but it is a 2015 with the dynamic package. So this is the pre-facelifted model with the coil springs with the hydraulically actuated dampers, okay? So this is something that will sell for a higher price when you go for resale. It does look like it has some sort of lip kit on it. Sports seats, again, high miles, but doesn't show that bad, to be honest. This car does have the Alcantara headliner, as you can see. Light aluminum trim for the interior. This looks like a pretty well-spec'd car. It has the sports seats. I'm not really too sure as to what packages it has. I can see it has a third stock, so it does have the driver's assistance package. It does have the black Alcantara headliner, so it is spec'd pretty well, but it does have high miles. As I said, these cars have an issue with the turbo screens getting clogged, so with these high mile cars, you really want to make sure that the oil changes have been performed at 5,000 or less miles interval. Cars with higher miles have a higher chance of having clogged oil screens. But for 44, the 2015, I'd offer 40 on this one. Just because it is a 2015, I offered 40 on the 2014 with 10,000 less miles. This has more miles, 2015 newer model year, so I offer 40 on this. Moving on, we have a gray 2014. They're asking 45,995, so 46 grand. This has lower miles, 56,000. This would be more around something I'd look for, something in the 50s or 60s or less than that. We really don't want to be up in the 80s, as that'll just cause more problems in the future. These engines are pretty high strung. You really want to watch out for those higher mile cars. This car does have the comfort seats. I don't believe we've run across one like this before. As you can see, these seats don't look nearly as nice, right? They look like they belong in the A8, but they do have way more features. They do have more adjustability, and they are more comfortable. They have heated and cooled functions, as well as massaging. The sports seats just have heat. This car has the black piano with aluminum trim. Pretty clean car, as expected for something with this low miles. The wheels don't look that bad. I'd say for this one, I'd offer 41, just because of the low miles. I really wouldn't offer anything more than 42 because it is a first model year. So 41 is where I'd stick. It is a nicely spec'd car. The only thing I really don't like about it is it has comfort seats, but that's a trade-off, as the comfort seats are going to be more comfortable, they're going to have more options, and they're going to just feel better, especially when it comes to long drives. Moving on. Here we got a 2015 Prestige package. This one's very nice, okay? Low miles, less than 50,000 miles, 49,817. They're asking 47,649 for 2015. This one doesn't have that many pictures, but it does have good options, okay? It has the sport exhaust, so you can change whether it's loud or quiet. It has the Bang & Olufsen sound system with the rising tweeters. It also has the innovation package with night vision and the heads-up display. And it also has the carbon optics package with the carbon fiber trim pieces on the front and rear, as well as on the inside. Very well optioned car. The only thing I really don't like about it is these wheels. Not really sure what these wheels are, but if this had the 21-inch wheels, it would be a perfect spec for me. This blue is very nice. Interior is black, so we have a blue on black car. This one is something I definitely look at. 47, if you could get this under 45, that would be a really good deal. Low miles, fully optioned car, very nice color. You really can't go wrong with this one if you can get it under 45 grand. Here we have another nicely optioned car. We have a Nardo Gray with 21-inch wheels. Low miles as well, 58,383 miles. Not too many pictures here, but as you can see, it does have the carbon fiber package, carbon optics package. Just very nice to find one of these in Nardo Gray. It's a very sought after color. 2014 first model year. I wouldn't pay over 43 for one of these. It does have low miles, but because it is the first model year, I'd offer 42 on this. I honestly probably wouldn't get it for 42, but I'm not going to pay anything more than that for 2014. But as we get out of our price range on Auto Trader, let's go over to Car Gurus and see where we can find the cheapest examples of the RS7. All right, so here we have an RS7 in a frozen gray. $40,980 are asking. How many thousand miles it has? 90,000 miles. One of the higher mileage cars I've seen online. I'm not sure if this is paint or a wrap, but it is a flat gray. Wheels don't look too bad. Not too sure what they came off of, but they don't look that bad. So as you can see, this car was painted in this flat gray color. Has the sport seats, but as you can see, showing a little bit of wear as this has 90,000 miles. Standard headliner, standard sound system. This is a pretty standardly spec'd car. For $40,000, you really can find better options out there than this. You can find one with less miles and more options. But in terms of cheapest one for sale online right now, $40,980. I'd offer like 30 on this one, to be honest, because it's just not a good spec. Moving on. We got a 2014 Prestige package. This one looks very nice. I don't know what about the white lines surrounding the grille. Same with the windows, but it always looks nice, especially with the dark grille. So the 2014, they're asking $41,998. How many thousand miles? 62,000 miles, relatively low. Okay, this is a pretty good price car. Let's see what the specs are. Great car, has the comfort seats. Pictures are terrible. I'm assuming it has a standard headliner. Not too many options, this car. Standard seats. Okay. It literally has no packages listed. But if you really just want to get into an RS7, 42 for a lower mile car isn't too bad. The only problem with this one is the comfort seats. They don't look as cool. You can be more comfortable, but they just don't look as cool. And if you're in an RS7, looks are number one. Let's see, what else do we got on Car Gurus? I like this car a lot. I like the wheels, I like the look, I like the way they painted the brake calipers. It's just a good looking car right here. Sport seats, regular headliner, carbon accents, very nice picture. Has the Bang & Olufsen sound system, always a plus. Black car, black on black car, very nicely spec'd. Has the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and it is prestige package, so you know it has a lot of standard options. This is also something I really like, though is a little expensive. It does have low miles, 41,000 miles, one of the lowest miles examples I've seen on here for less than $50,000, but it is a 2014 first model year. I'd have to offer 42 on this. I don't know if I get it. That seems really low for something with this low miles, but 42 is all I can pay for a first model year, as they will definitely run into more problems in the future. And finally, moving over to eBay Motors, let's see if we can find any deals on eBay Motors. We got one deal, a white one. This one actually looks very nice. I like this white a lot, especially with these 21-inch wheels. White car. What year is this one? 2016, so it is updated model. 40,000 is what they're asking. 13 hours left, 45 bids. People are going crazy on this one. $40,000, this is probably going to get up to 50 at least. It's low miles, I believe. 44,000, this is going to get up to at least 50. 50 would be a good price for something like this. If this got to $50,000 and sold for 50 flat, that would be a great deal. This is a facelifted version, low miles. Has the carbon optic package. It has comfort seating though, unfortunately. Has the cold weather package, has the standard speakers. This is not really that well of an option car, so 50 grand is a little high, correcting myself from what I said earlier. But really can't go wrong, it's pretty clean, low miles. But as I said, y'all, when you're shopping for these cars, you really want to make sure that you find one with the best package. You want to find one that has the most options, because if you don't, you're just gonna get hurt on resale. Like if you get comfort seats, people aren't gonna want your car in the future. I'm telling you this right now, with sport seats out there as an option, people don't want comfort seats. So when you're shopping for your C7 or C7.5 RS7, you wanna make sure you get the sport seats, you wanna make sure you get the Bang & Olufsen sound system. You wanna make sure you know whether you're getting air suspension or DRC. Air suspension is gonna be better for daily driving, while DRC is gonna be better for performance. You also wanna make sure that you get one of the driver's assistance package. This comes with lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control. If you get the cold weather package, this will come with a heated steering wheel and rear heated seats. Also make sure to find one with the carbon optics package, as this is one of the most expensive exterior packages. And finally, if you want a true luxury car experience, you need to find one with the black Alcantara headline. But that's really it, y'all. I hope this video helps. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what I can do to improve these videos. Let me know what cars you think I should review next, and y'all have a good one.